Guys, Elon Musk himself has already told us that there is no such thing as coincidences. No, but seriously, how is it that nobody is talking about this, or at the very least, questioning this? Just think about it. Elon Musk, quite possibly one of the most calculated and intelligent human beings on our entire planet. The dude that literally time blocks his day in 5-minute intervals because he can't afford to waste a second of it. The man that is not only responsible for overseeing Tesla, but also SpaceX, The Boring Company, and about 69 other category disrupting companies, while at the same time still finding the time to create flamethrowers and insert artificial intelligence chips into our brains.
This will feel a little weird.
Not to mention that he has a long history of leaving his followers cryptic and sometimes not so cryptic clues as to what the future holds for Tesla. Like when he tweeted that shares are underappreciated back in January when Tesla was trading at around $560. And next thing you know, within a month of his tweet, Tesla stock was up over 70% at almost $920. So clearly, as investors, it pays off big time to read in between the lines, especially when it comes to Elon Musk. So what just happened? Well, after announcing that Tesla would consider doing a stock split during their next shareholders meeting, which is scheduled for September 22nd, the same day as the highly anticipated battery day.
Oh yeah!
Bam! Tesla comes out of nowhere and announces more than a month earlier than expected that they will be doing a 5-for-1 stock split. Coincidence? I think not. So now the million-dollar question becomes, what is Elon trying to tell us?
I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. Check this out. Take a look at this. Jesus Christ.
Now, I feel confident that I figured out exactly why Tesla executed the stock split early. But first, let's put a few things into perspective. What do we know is coming up right around the corner? Well, for one, S&P 500 inclusion. And if you've watched my last video on Tesla, you already know that this is not going to be just a normal S&P 500 inclusion scenario, because in usual Tesla fashion, they are once again an absolute unicorn in the sense that they were not first included into the S&P 400. And for anyone that missed my first video, real quick, what that basically means is that significantly more shares of Tesla will need to be purchased by these index managers than in a normal S&P 500 inclusion situation. I mean, we're talking whether they like it or not. These index managers will need to purchase literally tens of millions of Tesla shares directly from the open market. And they have to do this fairly quickly after inclusion is announced, which will likely be happening either near the end of August or in early September. Second, as I mentioned earlier, one of the most anticipated battery days ever is coming up for Tesla in just a few weeks. And Elon has been hyping this day up for what seems like months now. So you best believe Tesla will not only have some massive innovations to unveil, such as their 1 million mile battery, but also get ready for some blockbuster surprises. But let's go even more in depth than that. Why is this day so important, and why can it change everything for Tesla going forward? Well, let's not forget that just last year, Tesla acquired a company called Maxwell Technologies, mainly for their dry battery electrode process. And without getting too complicated right now, what this basically does in a nutshell is that it enables Tesla to skip an extremely time-consuming and cost-intensive drying process of having to put a wet chemical solvent around the battery cell and then having to wait for it to dry, which is an absolute game changer because now they can build far more batteries significantly faster, and in doing so, drastically lower their cost per battery. Also, this is all part of Tesla's secret project called Roadrunner. That sole focus is to get the price per kilowatt hour of a battery to $100 or less, because this would be the ultimate turning point for Tesla. Because don't forget that the battery is in fact by far and away the most expensive single component of Tesla's cars. And once they get this to under $100 per kilowatt hour, this would mark the very first moment in history when EVs become in fact cheaper than internal combustion engine cars. And in the words of the legendary Cathie Wood from ARK Invest, who has a price target of Tesla for $7,000 a share, buckle your seatbelts because this was when the real exponential growth for Tesla will take place. So if you think they've been growing fast now, just wait and see what happens once it actually becomes cheaper for you to buy an EV car than it would be to buy a legacy ICE car.
We are on the cusp of just amazing exponential growth curves. I don't think people understand what that means.
Also, real quick, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and these videos do take a really long time to make. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Now, I want to keep this video short, so we're not even going to get into their full self-driving technology, which will disrupt and revolutionize forever the rideshare economy by enabling robo-taxis to exist. And as Elon has been hinting, it's not as far away as you may think it is. So now in conclusion, what do all of these massive and upcoming catalysts have to do with Tesla announcing a stock split more than a month earlier than expected? Well, as we've already established earlier, there are no such things as coincidences in the world of Elon Musk, and every move is calculated and predetermined.
It was like 80% scientifically correct,
as he has proven to us time and time again. So in my opinion, Tesla executed the stock split early for one specific reason. But first, you have to understand the mindset behind a company that does a stock split. No, it doesn't change anything material about the company itself, but it does tell us investors that top management is extremely confident in the future of the company and its stock, meaning that they expect the upward momentum to continue well into the future. Otherwise, they wouldn't do a stock split in the first place. And second, a stock split's main purpose is to make a company's stock more accessible and affordable to retail investors. And I believe understanding that is the key behind Tesla's reasoning for the stock split. You see, Elon knows better than anyone else all of the announcements and innovations that are upcoming for Tesla. And he knows that it will likely send the stock price surging to levels so high that it would turn away a significant portion of casual retail investors. So he intentionally is doing the stock split earlier than expected, right before any of the major announcements that are upcoming take place, so that their stock appeals to more retail investors, and thus they are in a sense given one last chance to get in early before all of the magic that is set to start unfolding next month starts to happen. Now this may sound absurd and ludicrous, but hear me out. Let's not forget that Tesla's sole mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Well, what better way of getting more people on board with EVs and to accelerate their mission than to attract millions of new investors to Tesla? Because just think about it. The more retail investors who have a vested interest in Tesla by owning their stock and thus want the company to succeed, the more likely they are to eventually buy a Tesla vehicle themselves in the future or to recommend Tesla to their family and friends. So when you think about it like that, it actually starts to make a lot of sense. And it's an absolutely genius chess move on their part, one that coincides perfectly with Tesla's very purpose for existence. Also, a major shout out to Ernest, who is part of my Patreon family, for thinking outside of the box and bringing this topic up during one of our discussions in our private Discord chat. He inspired me to make this whole video. By the way, if you're interested in joining the discussion and becoming a Patreon member, it'll be the first link in the description box below. Also, real quick, we've only just announced the official launch of our Patreon and Discord for the first time ever, just a couple of days ago, and we've already had over 285 of you beautiful people sign up, which is just absolutely incredible. So first, I just want to say thank you, not only for supporting the channel, but also for your trust. It is not something that I take lightly, and I will work continuously to make sure that I provide each and every one of you with the most value possible in order to help you reach your individual goals. Now, for those of you who might have missed the announcement, this is your last opportunity because there's only a limited amount of spots left, and then signups will literally be completely closed for the rest of the month after just 24 hours of this video being posted. And just to recap, membership not only helps support the channel, but also includes exclusive benefits like access to our private Discord channel, exclusive content, plus you'll be able to see my entire stock portfolio, which I just revealed for the first time ever a couple of days ago to all of my Patreon members. And on top of that, you'll also get access to my buy or sell signals, meaning you'll know every single stock I decide to buy right when I buy it, and you'll know exactly when I decide to sell my position. So if this is something that would interest you, or if you're just curious and you want to know more information, simply click the link below, and I made a quick 3-minute video for you guys and posted it on my Patreon page that explains in depth not only the benefits of becoming a Patreon member, but also what our community is all about and what we represent and what we want to accomplish with this platform. So I can't wait to work with you one-on-one, and I can't wait to grow this community to become one of the most impactful communities ever. And with that being said, I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. Now, if you found any value in this video at all, and I hope you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notifications bell. Also, I love talking to you guys, and I always try my very best to reply to every single comment. So let me know your thoughts on Tesla, and let me know what stocks or topics you want me to talk about next in the comment section below. And remember, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon member and joining the private community, it'll be the first link in the description box. But remember to sign up quick, because signups will only be open for 24 hours after this video is posted, and then it will be closed for the rest of the month. But with that being said, especially if you made it to this point in the video, I have so much love for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. Peace.